All right, good morning, everybody. It is 10:35 a.m., so we will go ahead and get started. My name is Ryan Smith. I'm the Wellness Program Administrator with Georgia State University's Employee Development and Wellness Services. I'm joined today by my colleague, Cheryl Johnson-Ransaw, who's the Director of EDWS. And we are very, very excited to have a guest presenter. We have Candace, the Wellbeing Manager from USG Wellbeing, who's here today to talk to us and present on well-being at work. So during today's presentation, if you've got any questions or comments, we encourage you to make use of the chat box feature on the right-hand side of your screen. We'll be monitoring that throughout the presentation so we can let Candace know if there are any questions that you have for her. We're also going to be recording today's session so that you can view it at a later time or share it with a colleague who may not have been able to attend today. If you have any audio or video issues during the presentation, please use the chat box to let us know about that as well. We'll be here to help troubleshoot any problems that may pop up. With all that said, I will turn things over to Candace.
Thank you, Ryan, and welcome everyone. Thank you so much for having me on your first Thursday event. I'm Candace Bovian, as Ryan mentioned. I'm the Wellbeing Manager here at the System Office for USG, and I oversee all wellbeing programming, anything wellbeing as it relates to employees at all the 26 institutions. So with that being said, I'm going to stop my video just because I find that it's easier to present with the camera off. And then that way you two can also focus on the content. So I'm going to, oop, I muted myself. I don't want to mute myself. I want to mute my camera. Okay. So let's get started with a quote. So I like to start my days with an inspirational quote. And I think that sharing inspirational quotes or having an inspirational quote each day really sets the tone for the day. So today's quote is: wake up every day with the thought that something amazing is about to happen. So I am prophesizing that something amazing is going to happen today, not just for me, but for you. And I also want to do a mood check-in. Now, I admit I got this from yesterday, an event that I was at Georgia State actually, Kaiser Permanente. They brought the like an improvisational theater team to come talk about is it wellness, it's called WIRE, and I always forget wellness and resilient, being well in resilient environments or something along those lines. But they taught us about being resilient, and they did a mood check-in at the beginning of the session. And I just wanted to do a quick mood check-in as well, because I think this is also a great tool to use, especially if you find yourself becoming stressed or anxious or angry or, feelings that you don't want to feel. Do a quick mood check-in to see where you are. And I welcome you to put it in the chat, but if you don't want to, that's fine too. Just get a number in your head and remember it. So I did see a couple coming in through the chat. I saw a 4, and I don't think I know how to work chat too well, but I did see something come through. Oh, I see 5, 4s, 5s. Good. Okay. This is good to know. But a 5 is still, you don't want to necessarily be where it's hard, but you are in control. So at any rate, we're going to get started. Hopefully your number goes down a little bit after we complete a few of these exercises. So speaking of mindful moments, how are you right now? Is your mind full or are you mindful? I know we all can relate to having our minds full because just the nature of work and having access through cell phones and um, text messaging and Teams or whatever, Zooms, everything. Like we have so much coming at us each day that our minds stay full. And then there's also so much that we have to remember. And that's not just at work, but of course, your personal life as well. But we don't always want to be in a mindful state because that's when you start to feel anxious and stressed out. So when your mind is full, you're anxious, you're stressed, you're reactive and distracted. You may feel rushed, worried, hectic, or overwhelmed. But if you're being mindful, you're more relaxed, you're aware, elevated, and focused. You aren't rushed. You can pace yourself. You feel more wise, calm, and in control. So we're going to do a quick square breathing exercise on the next slide to ensure that we're all being mindful for this presentation. So for this exercise, I'll prompt you to breathe in for 4 seconds, hold it for 4 seconds. Then we're going to breathe out for 4 seconds and then hold it again for 4 seconds. And we'll do about 2 rounds of those, okay? So let's go ahead and breathe in for 4 seconds. Hold for 4 seconds. Breathe out. Hold it again. All right, breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. And hold. All right, do one more quick check-in. And I know I literally asked you this about 2 minutes ago. But for those of you all that were a little high on the scale, hopefully that breathing exercise and just being mindful about what state of being you're in has helped your mood to elevate a little bit. So if you were, um, whatever number you were at, hopefully your number has gone down by at least one. But if not, I will give you some tools that you can use to help you throughout the day to ensure that when you are feeling like a 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10, you can bring that back down to a 1, 2, 3, or even a 4. All right. So, working well at USG. So today's session, I'm going to talk a little bit about why it's important to think about well-being at work, what USG's approach is to well-being, and then your role in creating and supporting a culture of well-being at work. So the USG Wellbeing's mission and vision, our mission is to create a comprehensive approach to achieving well-being that engages and empowers the entire USG community. And our vision is to have a system-wide culture and environment of well-being. So well-being at work, why is it important? Well, when you're stressed at work, it can become chronic. And if it becomes chronic, it becomes overwhelming and harmful to not just your physical state, but to also your emotional health. All of that, of course, will impact your productivity and culture, which results in poor work performance, burnout, and conflict in the workplace. So it's like a, a ball that spirals out of control. How can well-being at work support you? Well, it can help you improve employee health behaviors. So if there are certain behaviors you'd like to quit, like smoking, for instance, that's a simple one. That's a simple physical health one. There are smoking cessation programs that your work offers, so they can help you with those health behaviors, help you reduce health risks, which help reduce healthcare costs overall. It can help you improve your productivity because when you're feeling better, and when you feel good about where you work, you feel better about your job and you want to be a better, more productive employee. It can help decrease absenteeism, improve recruitment and retention, and then, of course, sustain employee morale because you feel good about the company that you work for. You know that they have your best interest at heart. So, USG's approach to well-being is to improve the whole health of all USG employees and their families while cultivating an environment where employees feel good, function well, and are connected. So feeling good can mean having job and life satisfaction. If you're satisfied with your job and your life, then you feel like you have some kind of meaning and purpose. And if you have meaning and purpose, then you function well. And being connected will give you a sense of belonging that makes you feel valued. So, our new website includes 4 pillars that help address these things. They are your health, your mind, your finances, and our community, with the focus on our community because our tagline says it all. It's our journey, our well being. So, these 4 pillars will help you to feel good, function well, and become connected. And I'm going to talk a little bit about what you can expect under each of these pillars on the website. And then I'm going to circle a little bit back to the mental well being aspect and then action items that you can take. So, our website just launched April 8th, actually. So, hopefully, you all have had the opportunity to view it. And if you have or have not, I'm going to do a quick deep dive on what you can expect on each page. So, under your health is where we have our diabetes prevention and support information. So, for those who have diabetes or those who may be pre diabetic, there is definitely information here for you. If you're concerned that you may be pre diabetic, the CDC has a quick pre diabetes risk test that you can take to see if you might be at risk. If you are, we do offer the CDC recognized diabetes prevention lifestyle change program called Prevent T2, and it's offered to all employees, regardless if you are on our insurance plan or not. And that is a partnership that we have with UGA extension agents. Um, they are in person or online. And in addition, if you have Kaiser specifically, they do have a virtual program called OMADA, and that's also a diabetes prevention program. Um, for weight management, we offer Weight Watchers to employees and their spouses who are enrolled in a USG healthcare plan. If you're already a Weight Watchers member, you can sync your account to receive the program at no cost to you. Just be sure to use the right link. So when you go to the website, you'll see there's a link specific for Anthem members and there's a link specific to Kaiser members. We have plenty of tobacco cessation resources and programs, so you don't have to pay that extra fee each month for those who are smokers. And then our Wellbeing Rewards program is offered through your healthcare plan provider, Anthem or Kaiser. Anthem members can earn up to $100 and choose an e-gift card of choice. Kaiser members can earn a $100 gift card after completing 5 specific activities, and then that gift card will be mailed automatically once you complete those activities to the address on record. The great thing about the rewards is that you don't have to upload anything because the rewards are claims based through your healthcare provider. So they automatically show up. However, for Anthem, you do have to check to see what you've earned because you do have to take action to redeem your rewards. You don't have to do anything to make sure that they show up, but you do need to make sure that you redeem them because if you don't redeem them, then they will expire and disappear. And the program ends December 31st, so you have all year long. Under the Your Mind pillar, you'll find mental health programs offered through each of the healthcare plan providers, as well as a listing of free mental health programs and resources, including free mental health trainings offered through USG. We have the QPR suicide prevention training, as well as the mental health first aid training. And additionally, you'll find information on our EAP program, which is provided through Essentra Health. With the EAP, it's available to all employees and members in your household, regardless if they are enrolled in a healthcare plan or not. You do have to be working at least 20 hours to take advantage of the EAP program. But back to the members in your household, they don't have to be related. If they live in your household, then they have access to the EAP program as well. You get up to 4 sessions per concern So that could be face-to-face, it could be over the telephone, or it can be video counseling. Under the Your Finances tab, you'll find financial coaching through our retirement plan vendors, where you can schedule a free confidential appointment with a financial coach to get answers to your financial questions and become better prepared for your future. Through CapTrust, you can get personalized advice that can help you plan for retirement. Now, CapTrust is not affiliated with the retirement providers. Any employee can take advantage of CapTrust. So if for um, whatever reason, well, we are all under one of these retirement plan providers, but if for whatever reason you don't want to get coaching through one of the financial or one of the retirement plan providers, you can always use CapTrust, and they have something called the CapTrust Blueprint, which is a customized financial plan for you. The Path to College 529 plan is a great way to help you save for your children or grandchildren's college. It is pre-taxed and you can contribute by automatic payroll deduction, so it makes it easy. And then Perks at Work is a benefit that offers exclusive discounts to thousands of name brand merchants. You have the ability to earn what are called WOW points, which is basically virtual currency that can be used for future purchases. They don't expire. And then you do have access to the Community Online Academy through Perks at Work. They offer 100 plus free on-demand and live courses for both children and adults that are focused on fitness, some general learning things, and then just fun things. It's also a standalone app, the Community Online Academy. It's also called COA. It's a standalone app as well. So if you want to download the app, you can have that on your tablet or your phone to be able to take any of these courses. They have on-demand and they have live courses. And you would just log in with your Perks at Work user information. Currently, under our community, we showcase success stories of employees just like you who have had success with our well-being program. So we're looking for more. So check out that page if you are interested to submit your story. Also on this page is where you'll find the well-being liaisons for each of our institutions. And then our events page, we hold live events covering topics that surround the 4 pillars. We have our Wellbeing Wednesdays every first and third Wednesday of the month. We have our Money Mondays every second and fourth Mondays of the month. And then there is additional programming on other days. For instance, I know Georgia State, they always have programming every single month. So you can find that on our site or on Georgia State's site. And then this month, we do have a mindfulness series that starts today at noon, and it's featuring faculty and staff members from several of our institutions that will be leading the course. So that's every Thursday, starting today through the end of the month. So let's take action. I gave a lot of information to you about our website. We did a little pulse check to see where you were, and we did some breathing exercises as well. These are some activities that you can use to help improve your mental health, not just at work, but obviously just in life in general. So I'm just going to go through I'm going to go through these and go in a little bit more detail. So we started off our meeting with an inspirational quote. You can start off your day with an inspirational quote, any inspirational quote. You'll be surprised at what happens when you just set an intention each day. Mindfulness meditation or guided meditation. So, mindfulness meditation is a practice that involves paying attention to the present moment without judgment or distraction. And it's often used to reduce stress, improve focus and concentration, and enhance your overall well being. There are a variety of mindfulness meditation techniques to choose from, including guided meditations, body scans, and walking meditations. And then that mindfulness series I just mentioned, they're going to cover all 3 of those and more. So they're going to have the guided meditations, the body scans, the walking meditations, belly breathing, um, eating meditation, and labeling feelings. And you all are lucky because Georgia State also offers virtual mindful moments and guided meditations every single month. Gratitude journaling is something you can do. So this is just really writing down. Everybody says 3 things you're thankful for each day. It could be any number, but I guess 3 is one of those numbers that seems feasible. It's more than one, but it's not quite as many as 10. I've heard as many as 10. So writing 3 things down that you're thankful for each day. This can help shift your focus towards being more positive and increase your feelings of gratitude. So if you're in an angry mood or you're feeling anxious, this is a great practice to get you back centered. And if you're unable to write in the moment, just recite 3 things that you're grateful for and keep reciting them until you feel like your mind state has shifted to a more positive one. You'd be surprised at what gratitude journaling can do. There's been research out there about it. When you first get started, you might feel like you might just can't really think of things. You might think of things like, I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful to have a car to drive to work, things like that. But as you do it each day, you know, there there will be some days where you might struggle, but the more that you do it, the more that you start to see gratitude in very little things. Like, I'm grateful for the person that held the elevator open for me, or I am grateful that I ran across this great website that helped me prepare for my presentation. So you just start to see things more differently once you start to do your gratitude journaling each day. Being outdoors, so get outdoors. Being outdoors in nature has been shown to reduce stress and anxiety and promote feelings of relaxation and calm. So find an area on your campus where you can sit in nature. I was just at Georgia State yesterday, like I mentioned, and I was able to finally walk through that new area. I don't know if it's new anymore, but it's the area where you all built that green space that kind of connects from Cortland Bridge area to what street is that? Decatur Street. So you have that. I'm sure there are other areas on your campuses where you can go and sit in nature. Grab a coworker, take a 15-minute walk outside. That covers not only your mind, but your health and your community. Attend a mental health workshop. Mental health workshops can be particularly effective in the workplace as they can help reduce stigma around mental health and encourage open communication about mental health concerns. They can also help you develop skills and strategies to better manage stress, improve resilience, and enhance overall well being. Georgia State has regular events every month on their calendar, and you could also check out the USG Live events calendar and that community online academy through Perks at Work. They have events as well. Walking meetings, they're a great way to get some exercise and improve your mental health while still being productive. So suggest if you are a supervisor, suggest taking a walking meeting outside. I would not encourage it if you have a large group, because of course then it's hard to hear and it becomes frustrating. But if it's just like a one-on-one or maybe 2 additional people, 3 at the most, a walking meeting is great and it'll make you feel differently once you leave that meeting than any other meeting where you go sit in a conference room. So, mental health and mood check ins, like we did earlier. If you're a supervisor, providing regular check ins and opportunities for your employees to share their thoughts and feelings can be an important way to support mental health. So consider implementing weekly one-on-one meetings or virtual coffee breaks for your team members to connect with each other and discuss. If you're not a manager, you can certainly just do it for yourself. Once you assess where you are, if you need to get to a better mental space, then take part in some of these other activities. Take a real lunch break with or without a coworker. So take the time to step away from your desk and from work, Spend some time alone or with a coworker, but just step away from what you're doing as far as work and just take some time for yourself. If you have a space at work, bring in a plant, or you can launch an office greenery initiative, which encourages coworkers to bring in small potted plants. The presence of greenery can improve mood, reduce stress, and enhance your overall well being. Celebrate small wins. Acknowledge and celebrate even minor achievements and milestones. And this kind of goes back to that gratitude thing. So once you start celebrating your small wins, you also start to find a connection between uh, gratitude and those small little grateful things that people do for you or that you can recognize. Stress relief desktop wallpapers. This is a very simple thing you can do, and I'm sure many of you have already done it, or you may have done it and not even realize what you're doing. So they could be wallpapers that feature calming nature scenes, motivational quotes, soothing colors, or even a person or people that make you smile. Like that's the easiest thing that you can do out of all of these. Personal development courses. Find a subject that interests you and learn more about it. Georgia State offers free access to LinkedIn Learning, which has a plethora of courses such as how to speak confidently, time management, or even learning a new job skill like advanced Excel. Volunteer opportunities. Find a volunteer opportunity or facilitate one. Giving back to your community can provide a sense of purpose and fulfillment, which obviously positively impacts your mental health. Because again, remember, you want to have a sense of purpose and meaning in life. Relaxing music. I said relaxation music. Listen to soothing music or nature sounds to create a calm atmosphere for yourself. I do this often, especially if I need to concentrate. I'll just listen to nature sounds, which helps tremendously. And if you have Kaiser, you have the Calm app for free already. But even if you don't have Kaiser or Anthem, there are plenty of apps out there that offer soothing music. Desk yoga and stretching. So you can try a simple yoga or stretch routine that you can do at your desk. If you're unsure how to get started, check out the USG Live events page. I know Kennesaw normally offers desk yoga classes monthly, and those are also listed on our USG events page. And last, brain teasing puzzles or coloring. So try a puzzle that makes you use your mind, such as a crossword puzzle or a Sudoku or a Wordle. And then alternatively, try coloring a little something each day. At one of our team meetings, the admin had passed out a little coloring sheet for us, and I kept mine. And every day I would color in a little bit as I was just sitting here concentrating on whatever, or if I felt like my brain was fried, I would just color in a little bit on that sheet each day, and it made a tremendous difference. And I still kept it. I was wondering, should I throw it out? But I just kept it just to remind myself to take those breaks when I need them. So hopefully you all have found some of activities that you can incorporate into your day, or you may have some that I didn't mention. So now I would like for you all to put in the chat, what are some activities you'll incorporate to promote well-being at work? Are there other suggestions you've practiced that work? Or do you have any suggestions on additional well-being programs or activities that you would like to see from the USG? And if anybody has any questions, this is the time. So I'm going to open up the chat and see if I can figure this chat out. Oh, yeah. So Cheryl is putting in, thank you, Cheryl, all of the different things that are offered at Georgia State. Check out the Panther Trails walking routes on all GSU campuses. Yes, other institutions have walking trails too. Walking breaks at work continue to be one of my best stress relievers. Yes, Ryan, and then the weather is so beautiful now. Oh, Mariana, I love that. Coloring pages that you fill in based on your mood each day. That's cool. And then love the virtual coffee break. My team is mostly remote and I miss the community. So, Lisa, I'm assuming that your team does the virtual coffee break because your team is remote. That probably started during COVID. There was a lot of those things. Oh, she loves the idea. Anything else? Yes, hopefully you will be able to implement. I mean, yeah, if your team is remote, that should be easy to implement. Tea break, late afternoon when my energy drops. Instead of the 3 o'clock Snickers, you go get your tea. Thanks, Rodney. Snickers is definitely not healthy. It works, but I wouldn't advise it on a regular. I'll tell y'all a quick story. I used to work at Coke a long time ago, and every day at 3 o'clock, I got a Snickers and a Coke, and it worked. It picked me right on up, and I also picked up like 10 pounds, so I had to stop that. But yes, afternoon yoga to improve energy. Okay, that's perfect. Are you doing this at your desk, or do you go to a class, Lisa? In your office? Cool. We also, I don't know if you all have any more, Ryan, but we used to pass out stretch bands, these exercise stretch bands from USG Wellbeing, and they are portable. They're small. They can fit in your pocket. They can fit in your purse, anywhere. And so, like, I keep some here at my desk. So even sometimes I'll put them around my ankles and just do a few stretching exercises or use them with my hands. So those are quick, easy ways to stretch.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember if we do have some of those bands left. I think we may still have a little bit. We gave out quite a few at our
Yeah.
benefits fair we had last year. They were super popular. People were very
Yeah.
excited to get them.
Those things
Um,
lasted for years. We had so many boxes, but they
yeah,
are the perfect, in my opinion, like the perfect well-being gift because they're so small and portable and useful.
yeah, and for anyone on the call who, maybe you're looking for another set or something like that, you can pick up those little resistance bands. They're pretty affordable too if you wanted to get,
Hmm.
your own set for the home or for having in your office. So I back Candace up 100%. They are really nice for just getting some movement in, letting out some tension.
Yep. Or a regular old stress ball. I don't know if people really use those, but that's what they're for. All right. Well, I don't see anything else really coming through chat. So I just want to thank you all for your time. I hope that you found something from this presentation that you can take back with you and start implementing. And if you have any questions or uh, comments or anything, you can always reach me at, you can always reach me at usgwellbeing at usg.edu. Thank you, Ryan and Cheryl.
Yeah, thank you, Candace, so much for taking the time to join us today. This was an awesome presentation. Loved seeing the little check-in thermometer. I know I got to attend that wire
Yeah.
workshop yesterday as well, and just some really practical tips for everyone. So thank you everyone for attending as well. We'll be sending a follow-up email to just ask what you thought of today's session. We're always looking for feedback on these programs. And we'll send out a copy of the recording as well. So if you have anyone in your office that you think might benefit from this, you can pass that along to them. I did want to mention real quick, I know Candace mentioned some awesome USG events that are happening today at noon. If you are here on the Atlanta campus, I know there's quite a lot going on with graduation. We are doing our health screenings today in the Urban Life West Exhibit Hall from 12:30 until 2:30 p.m. So if you happen to be on campus and want to stop by for a blood pressure check or just a quick check-in, we'll be there, and that information's on our TSU calendar as well. With all that being said, again, thank you everyone for attending today, and we hope you have a great rest of your day. Take care.